Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam. Myself, Kalyani Radhika Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, my name is Vijaya Radhika Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, Lekha.
Hare Krishna, I am Pran Sakhi Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, my name is Lajjavati Gopi Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, I am Nandini.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Pranam, I am Unnati Chawla.
Hare Krishna, my name is Suvarna Gopika Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, my name is Manisha.
Hare Krishna and welcome you all after the Prasadam break. So our title or the topic for our discussion is care. Care is that service to all living entities which pleases Krishna and simultaneously removes the dirt from the heart. As Krishna said to Arjuna in the beginning, Kutastva kashmalamidam anarya klaibyam hriday daurbalyam. Imbibing this quality of care is taking the path of Krishna Prem and caring for a jiva who is cared by our Aradhya Bhagavan, Krishna. Yeah? I'm sorry. Is this working? So caring for a jiva who is cared by our Aradhya Bhagavan is very, very satisfying devotional activity. And like this, care is very, very essential in life to give and to receive. So head by head we receive understanding of care by knowledge, education, by heart we grow it with conviction, and with hands we perform action. So Vijaya Radhika Mataji will express her heart to tell how care is so important.
Yes, thank you so much, Mataji, for giving such a wonderful philosophy about care. But I want to tell you my personal experience. Everybody's asked here how you came into Krishna consciousness, right? So I want to tell you my incident, personal incident. So I was very, very new, not even chanting many rounds, but because of devotees' mercy, I was offered that can you come to Udupi Yatra. So it was my first yatra ever. Didn't know much about devotee, culture or even bhakti, nothing, wasn't aware about it, anything. But I just went with devotees, and what happened, we had an ocean bath there. Everybody knows in Udupi there's a beautiful oceans, and I was bitten by the starfish. The very, very first yatra, so many strangers, hardly I knew one or two devotees. I got hospitalized, and to my amaze, like everybody took care of me so nicely. So I was not feeling that I'm away from my home. It was like, and because of that yatra, I decided I want to be like this devotees, such care they extended to me so that, my heart got completely transformed. So, care is something, if we imbibe this quality, if we have this quality, we can touch many hearts, many souls. And we can attract many people. So yes, so this was my personal experience that I wanted to share that how care is very important as a quality that every devotee should have. I'm talking about myself that I should have, yes.
So we are going to present you with care with an acronym. So C is compassion, A is attitude, R is respect and responsibility, and E is expert. So each one of us will speak about it. C for compassion.
C for compassion. C for compassion. In Upadeshamrut there is a shloka. Dadati pratigranati guhyam akhyati prachati. Bhunje bhojayate chaiva. Shadvidham priti lakshanam. Means accepting gifts in charity, giving charitable gifts, taking and offering prasad, and revealing one's mind in confidence. These are the 6 symptoms of love by which we can interact with the devotee and show our love and respect and compassion.
Thank you, Mataji. Now we will see practically how we can exchange this Preeti Lakshanam with devotees with the help of a skit.
Okay, here in this skit, we will show that how we should cultivate, as a devotee, we should cultivate the mood of care and share.
Hare Krishna. In this skit, I will be playing the role of Rabi Prabhu. Oh, it's 2 o'clock. I'm late for Prasadam. Prasadam must have got over. No Prasadam today. Oh, 1 plate hai. 4 chapatis. I'll take 3. 1 I'll keep. 2 gulab jamuns. I cannot miss this.
रवि प्रभु, आपको इतनी देर हो गई प्रसाद पाने को? मेरे को तो पता था मुझे बहुत देर हो जाएगा, तो मैंने श्याम प्रभु से कह दिया था कि मेरे लिए 1 प्लेट निकाल के रखे।
ये प्लेट आपकी थी प्रभु जी? जब मैं यहाँ आई nobody was around, so मैंने उसमें से थोड़े आइटम ले लिए। बट डोंट वरी प्रभु जी, 1 चपाती मैंने आपके लिए रखी है। आप बस प्रभु जी 2 मिनट लेट हो गए। मैंने अभी प्रसाद खाना शुरू कर दिया, अदरवाइज मैं थोड़ा आपसे शेयर कर लेती थी। एंड आई एम नॉट महाराज टू गिव महा टू यू।
अरे श्याम प्रभु, आप आ गए? मैंने आपके लिए प्लेट तैयार रखी है। ओह अच्छा, इसमें तो अभी शायद रवि प्रभु भी आज लेट आए हैं, तो उन्होंने थोड़ा ले लिया। आप चिंता ना करें, मैं आपके लिए अभी कुछ लेके आता हूँ। ये लीजिए, ये गिरिराज की सोन पापड़ी है, 2 पीस स्पेशली आपके लिए प्रभु जी। और ये 2 अल्फांसो मैंगोस मेरे अंकल ने आज ही सुबह लाया है, ये भी आपके लिए प्रभु जी।
आप इतने अच्छे हैं श्याम प्रभु। एक काम करते, मैं 1 आम ले लेती हूँ और फिर रवि प्रभु के साथ शेयर कर लेती हूँ। मुझे पता है उनको आम बहुत पसंद है। आपको पसंद है ना?
थैंक यू फॉर अंडरस्टैंडिंग माई हार्ट प्रभु जी। I like mangoes even more than गुलाब जामुन।
ठीक है, आप 1 आम रखिए और फिर सोम पापड़ी आपको 1 रखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आपके मामा ने आपके लिए लाया है।
नहीं प्रभु जी, आप रखिए, मैं और रवि प्रभु जी शेयर कर लेंगे। आप पूरी खाइए, आपको मिली नहीं है।
I am ashamed at myself looking at the selflessness of both of you, caring nature of both of you. I feel one day I definitely develop this quality in me. By the way, thank you for the mangoes, gulab jamun, son papdi, which I truly didn't deserve today. Hare Krishna.
So हरे कृष्णा, हमने इस स्टोरी में क्या देखा कि हमें जो है एक डिवोटी बहुत ही सेल्फिश वाला बिहेवियर एग्जिबिट करता है, बट वही डिवोटी ट्रांसफॉर्म हो जाता है when he sees the other devotees' behavior of sharing and caring. So we can become example for others. Then they can also get inspiration from our behavior of share and care.
C for compassion, C for culture. If philosophy is not packaged within a culture of family environment, it cannot be practiced. If philosophy is not packaged within a culture of family environment, it cannot be practiced. कलयुग में हम सबका मेंटालिटी होता है ना, डॉग ईट डॉग मेंटालिटी। क्या है हमारे लिए उसमें? जब तक कुछ होगा नहीं तब हम कुछ करेंगे ही नहीं उसमें। बट एज अ स्पिरिचुअल फैमिली वी शुड ट्राई आवर बेस्ट कि हम अपने स्पिरिचुअल गॉड सिस्टर्स, गॉड ब्रदर्स, जितने भी डिवोटीज़ है, इवन पोटेंशियल डिवोटीज़ है, सबके साथ हम लोग कृष्णा को सेंटर में रख करके वैसा एटीट्यूड डेवलप करें। ए फॉर एटीट्यूड, सी फॉर कल्चर, ए फॉर एटीट्यूड, वैसा एटीट्यूड डेवलप करें और वैसा फैमिली का कल्चर लेकर के आए। एक एग्जाम्पल दिया जाता है कॉन्सेंट्रिक सर्कल्स का। एक सर्कल है जिसका सेंटर अलग है, दूसरा सर्कल है जिसका सेंटर अलग है। क्लैशेस होंगे ही, लेकिन एक सर्कल है जिसका सेंटर सेम है। आप बिल्कुल सेम सेंटर का सर्कल बनाते जाओ। देयर विल बी कॉन्सेंट्रिक सर्कल्स, दे वोंट ओवरलैप। सो सिमिलरली हम सबका अपना अपना सेंटर होता है। आई हैव माई ईगो, द अदर पर्सन विल हैव हिज ओन ईगो, हिज ओन पर्सनल एम्बिशंस। तो इसलिए क्लैशेस होंगे, बट अगर हमारा सेंटर कृष्णा है तो हम लोगों के क्लैशेस कम हो जाएंगे। कम से कम कोशिश तो कर सकते हैं ना कि कृष्णा सेंटर में रहे। सो प्रभुपाद सेड वन स्टेटमेंट, we have no personal ambition, we just want to serve Krishna. So attitude में और भी काफ़ी चीज़ें आती है कि हम इसको कैसे डेवलप करें एटीट्यूड को। कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि वी हैव सो मच हाई एस्टिमेशन ऑफ आवर सेल्व्स कि हम एक अलग ही ऑरा लेके घूमते हैं और दूसरा वाले को लगता है वो एलियनेटेड फील करते हैं. आई एम स्ट्रगलिंग विद दिस बिकॉज ऑफ माई फॉल्स ईगो. सामने वाला हमसे एलियनेटेड फील करता है या लगता है ये तो बिल्कुल ही अलग ही प्लैनेट से आए हैं, और सामने वाला हमें कॉन्फाइड ही नहीं करना चाहेगा. उसके खुद के प्रॉब्लम्स हम चाहेंगे बिना कि हम किस तरीके से हेल्प कर पाए उस डिवोटी को, बट वो डिवोटी ही उतना हमसे कनेक्शन फील नहीं कर पाता कि हम उसको हेल्प कर पाए या हमें कॉन्फाइड कर पाए. एंड एट द सेम टाइम इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ हियरिंग. अगर सामने वाला हम लोग क्या सुनते हैं, हम लोग सिर्फ 30% सुनते हैं. कोई भी हमें आकर के कन्फाइड करेगा, वी जस्ट हियर 30%, और वो 30% क्या होता है, मेरा सेल्फ इंटरेस्ट कहाँ पे इसका पूरा हो रहा है. बाकी 70% वी जस्ट ग्रैब द मूड ऑफ द पर्सन. हम लोग इसलिए राधेश्याम प्रभु जी हैज मेंशन्ड अ वेरी गुड पॉइंट. देयर इज नो सब्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ प्योरिटी. देयर इज नो सब्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ प्योरिटी. सो एटीट्यूड में एक सिंपल सी बात है, प्योरिटी इज द फोर्स. So whenever we should try to be very good devotees, we should try to be the person जो हम लोग दूसरों के empathize कर सके, हम लोग दूसरों के shoes में जा कर के अपने उनको समझ सके, being non-judgmental and just trying to help the other person. So R for
Okay, respect and responsibility. So first of all, there are so many senior devotees here, so I am little nervous also speaking in front of so many experienced and senior devotees. So my topic, respect and responsibility, relationships. So first I would like to share the example that respect in care, it is very important. I remember when I was just a growing devotee, so I had shared my mentor Gaur Bhakti Mataji that I was supposed to celebrate my birthday in orphanage. So I remember now that she appreciated it, and she was like, "Oh, it is so nice that you appreciated. You're so compassionate like that." She appreciated at that time. So she did not tell me, "Ki, Are, now you're devotee. You know what is this in orphanages? Rather you can do." So she respected that. So because of that respect, I respected her. That she was respecting what. And along with that, relationships. So in all our relationship, the Srila Prabhupada and his god brother Akinchana Krishnadas Maharaj. So Srila Prabhupada and Akinchana Krishnadas Maharaj, both of them were they were remembering the pastimes of Krishna, and they were glorifying the Krishna, and they were rejoicing each other relationship, keeping Krishna as a center. So it was so inspiring that having such selfless relationship and respect and trust are both interdependent. If we have respect, naturally trust is there. So appreciating each other's talents.
Drama. Okay, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा. तो अभी हम एक छोटा सा स्किट प्रेजेंट करेंगे जहाँ पे हम ये दिखाएंगे कि इन द नेम ऑफ बीइंग वेरी पर्सनल वी शुड नॉट हैव फ्रिवलस डीलिंग विद द अपोजिट सेक्स. तो हमारे एक सिनारियो में हम दिखाएंगे कि कैसे फ्रिवलस बिहेवियर है अपोजिट सेक्स में, और एक इसमें दिखाएंगे कि जस्ट फॉर अ सर्विस सेक दे हैव अ डीलिंग्स.
Prabhu, Radhika Mataji told me to report to you that Vishakha Mataji is unable to come for garland seva for next one full week. She told you to check whether some of the garlands can be made by brahmacharis or by some other ladies whom you can check with.
That's not a problem at all. If someone like you so sweetly makes a request, how can I deny it? I'm simply servant of your servants, and I deeply appreciate your bhakti. I admire your smile, your walk, your talk, as I see similarity between you and our Radharani in the temple. I aspire you for your Maha Prasad someday to progress in my devotional services.
I just was asked to inform you about the need for a substitute for Vishakha Mataji for next week. Otherwise, I would have never come to you to hear all these words of flattery. It makes me uncomfortable to hear you speak like that. And it appears to me that it is not very Krishna conscious.
No. Why do you feel like that? Everyone loves you, including me, for your beautiful devotional service, by your singing, dancing in cultural festivals, making garlands, etc. You simply look like a gopi. And therefore I remember the verse which my Guru Maharaj often says, Gopi Bhartur Padkamalor Das Dasanudas. I want to assist you in some way.
Enough of all this nonsense, Prabhu. I have to go now immediately. I'll complain to my mentor about your dealings now.
Even your anger is very sweet. But please don't take this small matter to senior devotees like your mentor. We should not unnecessarily cause them anxiety and disturb their services.
Second scenario.
She comes to mentor, counselor. Yeah.
Prabhu, Radhika Mataji told me to report to you that Vishakha Mataji is unable to come for garland seva for next one full week. She told you to check whether some of the garlands can be made by other brahmacharis or some other ladies, whom you can check with.
That's not a problem at all. Thank you for informing me in advance. I'll do the needful.
Mataji also said that you could check with upcoming lady devotees who might want to do that service, or with brahmacharis in temple.
Okay, I understand. First, I'll check with congregation ladies in the temple whether they are available in the next week, or if I don't get any, I'll check with Pujari brahmacharis. Hare Krishna.
Yes, this is right, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So now we turn to the last alphabet of the acronym, that is E for expert, and how care is divided into different parts: physical, emotional, social, and spiritual. Physical care, which we saw that how we have the 6 loving exchanges. Emotional care, while receiving the heart, confidential matter that we can discuss with devotees and also hear from them. And social care, like we have organized today this yatra retreat. It's actually encompassing everything: physical, emotional, social, and even spiritual, isn't it? Do you all agree? So social care, we need to be, we are a social being, so we need social gathering even in bhakti. So yatras is something which you all look forward to, and today most of the devotees would be in Jagannath Puri, and we will also be having Ratha Yatra tomorrow. So that is a very important. Festivals are like, how many festivals we celebrate? Just a few days back in our BCEC they said we are celebrating big time 14 festivals. So, and that is a time where we come together and serve deities and devotees. So, what is the effect of this entire acronym, CARE, C-A-R-E? So, the effect is a purity of our consciousness, which we are really working on. And preaching can become effective if we are practicing this care, because whatever we have, that is all what we can give. And if we have practiced it, then whenever we are preaching, then it touches the heart of that person whom we are speaking to. And we are creating an atmosphere of cooperation, surcharged with servitude of service attitude. And potential and upcoming devotees, they will also find the preacher, speaking, whatever he is speaking, he is actually performing in practice, because that is sometimes, if there is a gap in it, then the new devotees, they lose faith. And Krishna then finally gives us the taste and the ability to pass every test, because we are now caring for not just ourselves, but the entire world and all devotees. So
There will be a next skit now. So
ओके, तो इस किट के थ्रू हम आपको प्रेजेंट करने जा रहे हैं कि कोई भक्त अभी जैसे भक्ति में है, बट अगर थोड़ा सा स्लाइटली उसके कुछ डिज़ायर्स है जिसके कारण वो भक्तों के साथ एसोसिएट कर रहा है, तो उसको कैसे भक्त केयर करते हैं उसको सही मार्ग पे लाने के लिए, ठीक है। डियर रवि प्रभु, तो अभी ये रवि प्रभु का रोल प्ले कर रहा है और मैं एक डिवोटी का रोल प्ले कर रही हूँ, ठीक है। हाँ, डियर रवि प्रभु, मैं देख रहा था कि आप रामू के साथ 1-2 घंटे से बातें कर रहे थे बॉलीवुड मूवी के बारे में और क्रिकेट स्कोर्स के बारे में और पॉलिटिकल इश्यूज के बारे में। आपको नहीं लगता ये प्रजल्पा है?
प्रभु, वो तो मैं इसलिए कर रहा था ताकि आगे जाके उसके साथ संबंध बनाऊं और उसको प्रचार करूं।
तो आप तो इस रामू को, प्रभु जी कैन वी टेक 1 मिनट? आप तो रामू को 4 साल से जानते हो, बट मैंने तो कभी उसको टेंपल में नहीं देखा, किसी प्रोग्राम्स को आते हुए नहीं देखा, ना ही उसके स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ में कुछ इंटरेस्ट देखा है। तो आपको नहीं लगता है कि मीन्स आपका ये टाइम आप इसको हेल्प कर रहा है कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस में आने के लिए?
पर मुझे भी इन सब विषयों पर चर्चा करना पसंद है। अब मैं भक्तों के साथ तो कर नहीं सकता, तो अभक्तों के साथ कर लेता हूँ प्रभु, लेकिन आप किसी को बताइए मत।
किसी को मैं बताऊंगा नहीं, पर आपको लगता है ये आपको कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस में आगे बढ़ने के लिए हेल्प करेगा? तो बट इसके जगह आप कुछ ऐसे दूसरे हार्मलेस रिक्रिएशन कर सकते हो, जैसे कि जपा रिट्रीट में ज्वाइन होना या कुछ भक्तों के साथ आउटिंग में जाना, या तो आप किसी साधु संघ प्रोग्राम्स अटेंड कर सकते हो।
आप सही कह रहे हो, मुझे अपनी इच्छाओं को सुधारना चाहिए।
ये तो आप आसानी से कर लोगे जब आप जिस भक्तों के साथ आपको अच्छा लगता है उसका संग लेके आप आराम से आपकी इच्छाओं पे आप कंट्रोल कर सकते हो।
बिल्कुल सही, और मैं ज़रूर कोशिश करूँगा।
थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग पॉजिटिव।
Through this we got to see how devotees' care can change one's heart. A devotee's compassion and association can pull someone from politics to Bhagavad Gita, from Bollywood movies to hearing lectures, and from serving one's own senses to finally serving lotus feet of Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna, very nice. This is a question for that last little bit. Okay. We are definitely part of society, right? We can't say we are not part of it. So the one thinking is that we should be politically aware, socially sensitive, and spiritually absorbed. But here you seem to be negating everything else. How can we be part of society and completely negate everything else?
Yes, Prabhu, I will try to give you answer. मीन्स अभी हमें यहाँ पे ना जैसे जब कोई जॉब करता है तो कलीग के साथ एसोसिएट करना पड़ता है, नेबर्स के साथ एसोसिएट करना पड़ता है, और हमें उनको भक्ति में भी लाना है तो उनके साथ हमें एसोसिएट जरूर करना ही है। अभी ये माइंड में रख के कि हमें उनको भक्ति में लाना है। तो बट हमें बहुत ज़्यादा केयरफुल भी रहना है कि हम कितना उनको टाइम दे रहे हैं। हमारा बैलेंस करना पड़ेगा कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सीनियर भक्तों के साथ हम एसोसिएट कर रहे हैं, हमारी साधना बहुत ज़्यादा सिंसियर है, सीरियस है, तो हमें देखना चाहिए, केयरफुल रहना चाहिए कि हम कितना ये सब ले रहे हैं, कितना हमारी साधना में प्योरिटी है, फिर हम कितना इसमें इन सबके साथ एसोसिएट करके गाइड करना चाहिए। हम देख के उधर उतरना चाहिए हमें, पर जरूर हमें उन सबके साथ एसोसिएट करना ही पड़ेगा और उनको हेल्प करना ही है, बट थोड़ा सा केयरफुल भी रहना है और सीनियर के साथ कंसल्ट भी करना है कि हम किसको कितना गाइड कर रहे हैं और कितना उनको हेल्प हो रहा है कि वो स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ में कितना इंटरेस्ट ले रहे हैं। ऐसा ना हो कि हम उनको बचाने में जाए और हम भी उसमें डूब जाए।
Just to give you reference, kabaddi match. When we go there, we touch and come back. We don't get caught. So this is the example, just presentation.
हरे कृष्णा, आपने लास्ट सीट जो प्रेजेंट किया है ना, जितना आपने प्रेजेंट किया उतना वो प्रैक्टिकल नहीं है। आप जैसे बोल दिया, एक बार बोल दिया तो बदल गया, ऐसा नहीं होता है। तो ये ना, इट इज द बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम। आप एक बार बोल दिया कि वो अरे दे विल काउंटर से इतना कोई सीरियस नहीं है, या बट दे विल से दैट आप भी तो कुछ कर रहे हैं, आपको तो, आपकी अपनी गलतियां देखते हैं, फिर ये ऐसा हो जाता है। तो इसको प्रैक्टिकल एग्जांपल आप या सॉल्यूशन दीजिए। थैंक यू।
Or a question. It's a suggestion, right? Question.
Question.
Okay. Practical suggestion.
सो मिस आपका प्रश्न मैं पूरा समझ नहीं पाई, बट आपको ये प्रश्न था कि हमने स्किट में दिखाया कि मैं बोल रही थी कि रवि प्रभु को कि आप 1-2 घंटे से ये बातें कर रहे हो, तो ये आपको लगता है ये आपको कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस में हेल्प करेगा? तो आपका उसी के ऊपर क्वेश्चन है कि मैं जब उनको बोल रही हूँ कि आपको ये नहीं करना चाहिए और अभी आंसर देते वक्त बता रही हूँ कि हमें केयरफुल रहना चाहिए, तो यस मैं बोल रही हूँ कि केयरफुल रहना है, एसोसिएट कर सकते, बट कितना करना है वो हमारा साधना कितना प्यूरिटी है उसके ऊपर हमें डिसाइड करना चाहिए कि हम कितना नॉन डिवोटी के साथ एसोसिएट कर सकते हैं।
One second. माता जी, प्रभु जी का क्वेश्चन है कि प्रैक्टिकल सॉल्यूशन देना है। फॉर एग्जांपल, जब प्रभुपाद ने बोला वन प्रभु जी वाज अ चेन स्मोकर, राइट? तो उनको ऐसे नहीं बोला कि कल से बंद कर दो, बोला रिड्यूस कर दो। तो वैसे ही अगर वो 1-2 घंटा बॉलीवुड चर्चा कर रहा है तो उसको बोलो थोड़ा कम करो, धीरे धीरे धीरे, इट विल हेल्प यू मोर, यू कम दिस साइड रादर देन गोइंग टुवर्ड्स अ नॉन डिवोटी साइड।
Hare Krishna.
Krishna, one more point I would like to share is that when we go to play football and we become completely dirty from head to toe, and then we have to clean ourselves. So mostly men must have played football. So in your childhood, you can imagine that. So when your mother says, "Okay, go and take bath," so we enter the bathroom and we put on the shower, but it takes time for the entire dirt to get out of our body. The moment I go in does not mean I am clean. The cleaning process for everyone is different. Or if you have this fan, you put off the switch, the fan will take some time to stop. So that time is different for each person, because every person's conviction, every person's seriousness and their purity and their desire to become a pure devotee this lifetime is different. So what Mataji has said and presented with the skit is it's like that gap is there, you might feel, because we have got only 2 minutes, but if you give us 4 hours we'll explain better.
Philosophy takes gradually.
हरे कृष्णा। मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है माता, वो ऐसा है कि अभी हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं भक्त अभक्त, इसमें कैसा केयर का चल रहा है, बातचीत चल रहा है, लेकिन मेरा ऐसा अनुभव है कि अभी हमारा एनवीसीसी ये मंदिर मतलब इतना बड़ा हो गया है, हम भक्तों के बीच भी केयरिंग का मतलब रहता नहीं है, हम एक दूसरे को पहचान भी नहीं पा रहे, इतना बड़ा टेम्पल हो गया है अपना। तो अपने इस अनुभव में मुझे लगता है कि हम केयर कैसे कर सकेंगे डिवोटी में ही भी, उसके बारे में आप कुछ बता सकेंगे?
हरे कृष्णा। तो ये पॉइंट मुझे बहुत ही बोलने की इच्छा थी और हमने डिसाइड भी किया था, हमें टाइम नहीं मिला था। तो उसके लिए राधानाथ महाराज ने जो काउंसलिंग सिस्टम बनाया है वो एग्जिस्टिंग डिवोटीज को केयर करने के लिए ही बनाया है। और राधेश्याम प्रभु जी ने जो स्लेट प्रोग्राम निकाला है और ये अभी जो आर्ट ऑफ काउंसलिंग का जो कोर्स हमने किया है काउंसलर बनने के पहले, तो ये सारे कोर्स वो काउंसलर्स को पहले ट्रेन करते हैं, फिर काउंसलर्स एग्जिस्टिंग डिवोटीज को केयर करते हैं। तो दिस caring system is there for existing devotees in our society.
But I think we should definitely have a regular, emphasis on the care. I completely agree, because if that care is missing, then everything becomes very technical. So caring is very important. Outside world people are already there, technicalities are there, but people here find shelter, want to find shelter. यहाँ पे उसी के लिए आते, they seek shelter here. So care definitely we should continuously emphasize through workshop. We should reiterate, we should request our seniors to talk about this concept again and again. One question.
Thank you very much, Mataji, for the presentation.
Hare Krishna. So let us see the care group.
Should I read, Prabhu?
Yeah. You can see?
Yes. Courageous and friendly beginning.
Courteous, yeah.
Courteous. Okay.
So the very, that other Mataji, what's her name? Rangaradhika Mataji, yeah?
With Kalyani Radhika Mataji.
Kalyani Radhika Mataji. She began very nicely in the beginning, okay? And then, yeah.
Second. Hare Krishna Vijay Radhika Devidasi Mataji remember with excitement about how much care devotees showed in her first yatra. It was good. At same time, it would be more interesting for audience if you give some real incidents that happened which made you come to this conclusion they cared for you.
Correct, no? Like when I was going to Chopari temple, I started going. I was doing my project in IIT. So every day night I would return back to temple. And one devotee will keep me khichdi, you know. So that devotee was so intelligent. What he will do, he will not keep khichdi at 5 o'clock because if I come at 9, khichdi would become cold. So what he will do, before it goes for food for life at 8 o'clock, that is the time he will take out and he'll keep it. So when I come and touch the plate, it will be still hot. So I appreciated his care very much. So something like this, which really touches your heart in the care if you give, this kind of real life examples would make it more
specific. Like what exactly made my heart.
Yeah,
there were multiple things. But yeah, I couldn't.
Probably due to lack of time, you didn't get
Yes.
Okay. Then?
A very good presentation by multiple presenters with easy to grasp examples.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shastric examples like Yudhishthir caring for Vidura, Pratap Rudra's care for devotees could be quoted and explained. Without such Shastric touch, our care may not be understood on spiritual plane.
This is very important, huh? Because we are devotees spiritually. Sometimes what happens in our moment, we talk about being sensitive to such a degree that devotees may even stop telling the truth. Shh, don't tell about Krishna. Shh, don't tell about Prabhupada. Shh, don't tell we are from ISKCON. Shh, don't. So then what happens? Then what we give the people is only sometimes mundane kindness, mundane care. It can become like that. So that is one danger. Therefore, in order to avoid that, in all our presentations, we should always bring some colorful examples from Shastra. Like Pratap Rudra, when he welcomed the Bengali Vaishnavas, you know, he is telling his servants that Swachanda Prasad, Swachanda Vas, 3 things he is saying. When these Bengali Vaishnavas come here, make sure that you give them a place of stay which they prefer. Like all of you also in Yatra, how many of you like to stay near the Pandal? How many of you would like to stay at least 1 kilometer away from Pandal because it's very noisy? See, there are few. Huh? And, especially those with small babies, you know, they may want to stay a little away so that if it is too noisy. So he says, give them accommodation according to whose choice? Their choice. Similarly, prasadam also he says, like North Indians, they will like roti, sabji more. Bengali Vaishnavas, they prefer rice more. So don't force your prasad on them, ask them what they want and accordingly serve. Like that he says. So can care for them. So in this way, Pratap Rudra is specifically telling, and not only that, then he says, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whatever he says, you do it. You don't have to get any confirmation from me. It's a standing invitation. Whatever he asks you to do, you do it. And then the servants are about to go. Again, call them and say, wait a minute. Ingita Pujiya, he says, which means even before Lord Chaitanya spells out his intention or desire, you should know it, what he wants, and you should do it. Like that he says. Huh? For example, once a train was going through Pune, some 4 brahmacharis from some temple, they gave us a call and said, Prabhu, our train is reaching the station at 2 o'clock, 1:30 or 2. It will stop only for about 15 minutes. So we were wondering if we can get some lunch prasadam from the temple. So one brahmachari asked them, which one you want? You want Rajabhog Prasad or simple Prasad? So they were shy to tell him what they wanted. They said, Prabhu, we are simple devotee. Whatever you give, we will accept. So this devotee was about to carry simple prasad. One another equal friend of his argued with him that, see, they are our guests. You should give Rajabhog Prasad. So in their tussle, they brought the matter to me. I told them, take both the things with you. Simple Prasad and Rajabhog Prasad, because if they are elderly Vaishnavas, they may prefer Simple Prasad. If they are young fellows, they will finish Rajabhog. Correct, no? So when they took to station, those fellows said Rajabhog itself is enough. They finished it completely, whatever they took. Because Rajabhog Prasad is very special. Many items will be there. So, Ingita Puja means we have to understand their intention. Like, for example, they are serving sweet rice second time, third time. Like, when I was with my spiritual master in one house, we are 5 brahmacharis had gone with Maharaj. They had kept the sweet rice in a vati, I finished it. And I had kept it empty. So, second time they came and put. I was telling, enough, I was telling. And Maharaj was saying, no, give him, he said. Later on, I asked Maharaj, how did you know that I wanted second time? Maharaj said, you are moving the hand like this. Enough. He was telling, from your hand I could guess. He said. And then he said, if you really didn't want what people do, they fold their leaf and say, no, enough, they say. And the screaming comes on the bottom of the belly, he said. Then other serving person also understands, this fellow really doesn't want. Correct? So that means these things are ingita bhujya, which means you have to know the intention of the person. Sometimes, sometimes the person may say something, but the intention may be different. For formality's sake, one should know in serving how would they want to be served. So these kind of things you can bring up from Prataparudra. And also Vidura, when he came, it is said the Pandavas headed by Yudhishthira, how they received Vidura. It's a very amazing thing. Because the uncle went away when he was insulted by Duryodhana. And now Pandavas don't know in their entire life till the last breath they will see him or not. They naturally must have wept tears for him. It was very dear because he is the one who told them the Suranga path to escape. He saved their lives. And he always had a soft corner for Pandavas. And he is a very, very man of very high character and great pure devotee of the Lord also. And he very close to Krishna also. So Pandavas very much missed him. And now that Vidura had taken to renounced order and he returned back home not to live in the palace but to deliver Dhritarashtra. So as soon as they saw him coming, everybody got up and ran to him. Whatever they might have been doing. Somebody must have been taking prasad, they washed their hands and ran immediately. Somebody might have been sleeping, they got up and ran. It is said they ran with great haste to see him. And they looked at him with great delight, with their eyes dilated, with great delight, and with a face full of smile, they welcomed him. And it is said they cried also, it is said. They cried, Uncle, we are seeing you after such a long time. And we are fortunate that we are able to see you. They welcomed him. And then they gave him a seat. And then they told him, Uncle, you protected us like a bird protects its offsprings, with the wings, very much carefully. You protected us, otherwise we won't be alive now. And you were so kind to us, and you always gave good advice. And in this way they were praising him. So you can see in this episode, the welcome should be done from the heart. When any guest comes, anyone comes. And we cannot, like for example, imagine suddenly your uncle comes on a Saturday morning to your house in IT Park you are living, and you are thinking, whole week I worked hard, Saturday, Sunday we will have a good sleep. Many people sleep for 2 full days also. You are thinking like that. Suddenly a very old uncle, the distant uncle comes with his cap, with his specs. He's taking off the cap and then says, hello, how are you guys doing? Your big fat uncle. And then as soon as you saw him, you're shocked. My Lord, he comes on a Saturday. If he came on a Monday or Tuesday, it would have been so nice. I can rush to office. This fellow, you think, and then you say, Uncle, welcome, uncle, please come. And then you find behind uncle, there is also aunt also. And behind the aunt, there are 4 kids are also there. All of them coming one by one. You're wondering, how long is the line? And everybody is coming in. And you ask them, Uncle, you all have come together. It seems children have come also, your kids also have come. They don't have college now, Oh, it's a summer time, therefore we have come. Then immediately your mind raises a question. Summer time means it's vacation. How long are they going to say? Uncle, I hope you will stay beyond the weekend with us. Which means indirectly he is checking. How long is he going to stay? Uncle says, no, I'm not in a hurry. Children are not in a hurry. We could stay as well for a couple of weeks also. He says, can you imagine? Huh? So after that, your face will definitely change, I believe. Like, you can't do drama anymore. Correct? So generally in our life, there are three types of welcome. One welcome, you see what visitor is doing with the rights, just bringing from the heart. Another one is you may not get it from the heart, but you try to do it as nicely as possible by doing the formality. And the third thing is actually you are totally unhappy. And you are not even able to do the formality also. You may openly say that on the face. I'm sorry, we are not. You may want to stay here for 2 weeks, but we are going away in 2 days. Somewhere where? That we have to find out where. So when we talk about care, when you give some Shastric examples, there are many other examples also. This is like Krishna welcoming Narada to Dwaraka, Like Narada was surprised about Krishna in one thing. He goes to one palace and Krishna tells him, "Oh, sage, welcome. You have come to my palace and you made my palace so holy. You're so kind of you." And he gets off his throne and puts Krishna there. Narada there. And then Krishna washes his feet, speaks many glories and everything. And then Narada went to another palace. Every palace, Krishna was doing something. In one palace, he was playing sword fighting and learning, sitting on the horseback. Another palace, he was playing Shatranji with Rukmini. Another palace, he was swinging with one of the queens. Another palace, he was doing yajna. Another palace, he was serving prasad to Brahmins. And then as soon as Narada would go, he would say the same thing. "Oh, Narada, welcome, welcome." Narada wondering, "Just now you welcomed me there." But he wanted to show that a grihastha should never get tired in welcoming saintly persons. One should not think it's a burden something or something like that. So we can give some examples like that, because when we bring Shastric examples, the whole presentation becomes sanctified by that very much. Okay, go ahead.
Nice care acronym. It would be nice to again remind what each letter stands for at the end of those who might have missed to hear it.
Yeah. How many of you remember CRE? Remember? C for compassion. Compassion. A for attitude. R? Respect and responsibility. And E? Expert. 100 marks. We have to give a prize for that. He is one who has heard very attentively. But other audience, some of you missed one or two. Anybody? Many of us missed it, yeah. So at the end, if you remind them again, then they'll remember. Enthusiasm, is it?
Effects.
Effects. Yeah, effects. Okay, then next.
Time planning should be done to punctually complete and also to give call for action.
Yeah. Sometimes you have a call for action, but organizers may not permit you. Probably can you give a short call for action? They will say, "You can't be short, we know, you already are long." They will say. So therefore, you have to be punctual and plan in advance. And call for action is very vital. Why? Many of the philosophical principles are, as I told you, they are like up in the cloud. They are difficult for commonly devotees to immediately implement. So something which the devotees can capture and carry home with them and implement should be given. Yeah.
Overall, the team's presentation was quite effective.
Yeah, it was good. So in care, what I would say, be natural, be honest in dealing with people, devotees, and also understand from the examples of Lord Chaitanya and Srila Prabhupada and all, how much they were, giving respect and care for the devotees. So, like Prabhupada was sitting in the Guru Puja, the example. One devotee came limping to offer flower. Prabhupada noticed it and gave him some Ayurvedic medicine for that, say like that. So Prabhupada was very attentive to care for the devotees. In Mayapur, when devotees came, 70 devotees came with Zona Samaksha Maharaj. First thing Prabhupada asked, "Do the devotees have mosquito net?" Because there were a lot of mosquitoes at that time. Do they have bedding and mosquito net? He said, "Yes, Prabhupada already arranged." Then he was peaceful. Which means, even in the absence of the devotees, he is thinking about them. So, therefore, there is a bigger word than even showing care for devotees, which is called concern. Concern is even bigger word than care also. Concern, you feel, it just springs from the heart. Yeah. So, something like that we can. Once Chaitanya Charan was telling Maharaj that, "Maharaj, my presentations are too intellectual, and many people don't understand, and I feel really sorry that, I'm not able to convey effectively to people. What do I do?" Maharaj said, "Have concern for people. Then they will begin to understand what you are saying. Then Krishna will put the right words in your mouth so that it will reach their hearts. Like that he said. Okay, next.
Drama, clarity in speech, clear speech, dramatic gestures, interesting performance, good lessons brought out from the skit. Because both characters are Matajis, make sure that one is Brahmachari and other is Mataji. Because some
Brahmachari means you have to tell the people clearly in the beginning that this is a Brahmachari Mahapurush Das, correct? No?
Yes,
This Mahapurush Das and the other one is a Mataji. So a Brahmachari, is approached by Mataji saying that if you have more Brahmacharis in ashram this particular week, we all are going out of station or something. They wanted to say. She wanted to say, correct, no?
Yes.
So how the Brahmachari is supposed to deal with the Mataji. That's the drama. But I think some of the audience were not quite aware of it. How many of you are not aware of it? See, there are a good number of hands. So therefore, when two Matajis are speaking in a very romantic language, they're wondering, what's so wrong about it? It is talking about a male and female talking about each other.
Yes, Babaji. We missed introducing ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were actually nervous.
Yeah, and also you can say that first we will show a wrong behavior and then we will show a correct behavior.
Yes.
So you will get to see both the subject matter is same because instead of Mahapurush Das, there is another Brahmachari. And then he is very curt in speech and then he is telling about the service, how he should deal, he is properly doing. So when you can give just one or two lines in the beginning before you begin, then everybody understands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then drama may lose its impact. A little explanation at end is important regarding frivolity in dealing with opposite sex. In last skit, the Mataji clarified who is who. I'm devotee and other is Rabi. That's helpful.
And she did that, Mataji did that.
Yes. Modulation, perfect. This is an expert team.
Wow.
So I'll go to the next.
Many of them are very quite bold, I think, in the team, correct, no? Yeah.
Presentation, delivery, eye contact. Many of them are confident presenters and kept audience spellbound.
Very bold.
Understanding and question answer, confident answers with apt example. Still, audience needed practical answers because people don't change instantly through they come to know what
Though they
come to know what the truth is. Of course, preachers gave nice explanations subsequently. Care amongst devotees could be explained with more examples.
Yeah. For example, for the care of those who are very senior devotees, you should take initiative. You don't depend so much on the systems. For example, newcomers, they don't know any systems in the temple. They don't know anybody. So they need that we approach them. When you become an initiated devotee, grown for 5 years or 10 years, then what happens? All of us become like islands. I have my followers, you have your followers, he has his followers, she has her followers. So in that situation, like for example, Lord Chaitanya is taking initiative to go and meet Ramananda Rai. Ramananda Rai is not coming to him. He is going to meet him. You will see that. In the same manner, you will see Jahnavi Devi, when she went to Vrindavan, she took the detour and went to meet Raghunath Das Goswami in Vrindavan. In the same manner, you will find in the Tota Gopinath, Gadadhar Pandit was reading Bhagavatam daily, but Mahaprabhu used to go and attend. He used to go and sit there. And Mahaprabhu, when Mahaprabhu left Navadvip and went to Puri, Haridas Thakur came in tears. He said, "My dear Lord, you have left Navadvip now, and we can't meet you. What is your plan for me?" He asked her. And Lord said, "No, I have a good plan for you. I have chosen a place for you." So she took him to a place and said, "You station yourself in this place and chant 3 lakh names every day." And then he went to Jagannath temple and got one toothpick of Jagannath and put it in that place, and out came Siddhabakul tree. And then Mahaprabhu said, "You be under this tree and you chant, and I know you won't be able to enter the Jagannath temple, but I will come and bring you prasad every day." So Mahaprabhu is connecting with devotees. You will see that. So he goes out of the way to connect. And also, Dhruva Maharaj is saying, "Bhaktim muhu prabhahatam payime prasango bhuyadanantamahatam amalashayanam yenanta solbanamuru vyasanam bababdim neshe babad gunakatam mritapanam." In that verse, first line he says, "Bhaktim muhu prabhahatam payime prasango." I aspire for the association of your devotees, my Lord. Yeah, now you have come, given darshan, and you will be going away, sitting on the back of Garuda. But after that, how will I remember you? The only way I can remember you is to live with those who will remind me of you. Because they will always remind me of you. That when I see them, when they see their lifestyle, when they see their behavior, when they see their absorption, and I see, then I will be able to remember you. So give me that association so I can take that association. That means we should take initiative when you grow up. Like, for example, my spiritual master arranged one CSV, one group called as Counselors for Spiritual Vision, 14 of us. In that 14, who is there? People like, Sanat Kumar Prabhu, Shyamanand Prabhu, Radha Gopinath Prabhu, Gaurang Prabhu, myself, there is Gaur Gopal Prabhu, and there's Brajavihari Prabhu, Madhvacharya Prabhu. Like that, there are about 14 of us. So eventually Maharaj saw that everybody is in different continent. We are flying to different places. Maharaj would ask us, are you guys meeting once a month? And slowly these guys made it once in 2 months. And then eventually became once in 3 months. So we saw that out of 14, only 7 were coming. Sometimes 8, 7, 8 were coming. And then monthly we stopped and made it quarterly. In quarterly also, only 3, 4 were coming. Of course, one common denominator was myself. I will always be there. Shaman will tell me, Radheshyam, you have come, so we are going to have it anyway. Even if 4 are there, we will have it. So one time, me, Shamanpu, and Sanat Mapu, Gaurangpu, only 4 of us. We were together only. And we did for a short time. After that also we stopped it because then they made it a Brahmachari Yatra yearly once for all the Brahmacharis of Chowpatty. Now they do it like 3 days. I go for that. But why I am telling you, here they would ask me, what is your enthusiasm in coming from Pune to GEV, taking so much trouble, 7 hours traveling? But I would tell them that Ranaswami emphasizes very much equal association, peer association. He would say, 20, 60, 20. 20% you can take draw from seniors, and 20% you can give it to juniors. But 60% with those who are equals, especially after you spend 10 years in Krishna consciousness. But below 8 or 10 years, equal association is not that helpful. Because if you tell a equal friend, chanting is very difficult, now you'll say, oh, it's too much to be difficult. Then both of them will give up chanting. But after 10 years, you are more realized, more serious, more strong in spiritual life. You can have uplifting association after that. So peer association is important. Another time we will all do that, peer association also. But I have always seen, if we feel a need for more care, that means we are so super busy with ourselves. Then we have to take out that time and go and take initiative. And I can give innumerable examples in Shastra. People go, like Vidura, he wanted to go and meet Krishna, but before that he wanted to meet saintly persons like Maitreya. Before Maitreya, he met Uddhava and Maitreya. You will see that. Like Arjuna surrendering to Krishna. Many examples like that. So, yeah. That was the last part?
Last. I think
we completed it there.
It's Prabhuji.
It's done.
Yes, Prabhuji, it's done.
Fully done, yeah. So they got 32 out of 40. Haribo.
Haribo. Haribo. Haribo.
So I have to stop here and rush now. We have another program.